This is for you. You've hit the point where the cost of complexity outweighs the benefit. Too much noise, too many pills, too many promises that feel too far away. You just want the quiet back, the clarity, the quick memory retrieval that used to be automatic. I'm a doctor. I'm also a scriptwriter specialized in healthy aging. I see what drains the emotional battery for people 60 and older. It's not age itself. It's the constant cognitive friction, the overload, the anxiety that creeps in when the world feels too fast, too loud, and too demanding. We need less complexity, more structure, less noise, more peace, more clarity. Forget the idea that you need expensive supplements or invasive procedures to reclaim your mental focus and emotional stability. The most powerful tools you have are already in your house, waiting to be organized. They are routines so small, so fundamental. They seem insignificant, but they are potent. Imagine waking up lighter, not just physically, but mentally. The immediate pressure gone. Imagine that name, the one that used to hover just out of reach, snapping instantly into focus. Imagine feeling completely safe and grounded when you are alone in your home. This isn't a miracle. This is micro-adjustment. Want to know the fastest way to stabilize your emotional core? It involves only 3 minutes, and it restores calm faster than traditional long meditation sessions. It's better than walking for immediate mental clarity, and it reduces mind chatter using a principle inspired by ancient Japanese ritual. And here is the best part. You can achieve measurable peace in your living room in 24 hours. Let's be direct. I got overwhelmed too. We all hit that moment where the mind starts spinning, the to-do list becomes paralyzing, and anxiety feels like a low, constant hum beneath everything else. That hum isn't a deficiency. It is a sign that your environment is working against your brain's natural desire for order. The common mistake I see everywhere? Tolerating ambient friction. Think about your kitchen counter right now. Is it clear? Or is it hosting keys, old mail, a half-empty mug, and 3 things that need to be put away? That visual clutter is not benign. It is physical, tangible anxiety, disguised as backlog. Every time your eye catches that pile, your brain registers an unfinished task, a demand, an emergency. Do that 20 times a day, and you've created 20 microbursts of low-grade stress. Another example, the constant background drone of the TV or radio. We think it's company, but for the aging brain, it's just processing load. It forces your system to constantly filter noise, worsening memory retrieval, and making presence impossible. You can't be present if you're always filtering out noise you don't care about. This isn't about being minimalist. This is about being ruthless with visual and sonic input. The shift starts here. We are implementing mental hygiene. This is non-negotiable mental self-care, and it starts with your space. The clutter that steals memory. Your home should be your sanctuary, not your administrative filing system. When you look around a room, your focus should land on things that bring you peace, not reminders of pending tasks. We need anti-anxiety corners. At home. These are small, deliberate spaces that are completely free of clutter, technology, or anything demanding your attention. A quiet armchair, a windowsill, or even just one corner of your desk. Seriously, the clutter that steals memory is the clutter that forces your brain to categorize irrelevant information. Piles of paper, stacks of old magazines, and disorganized drawers signal chaos. Chaos raises cortisol. Cortisol, over time, damages the very regions of the brain responsible for memory consolidation. Your immediate mission today is to establish one fully clear corner. When you walk past it, there is nothing for your brain to process. It's quiet space for the eye. It is the visual equivalent of a steady, silent breath. We need less silence in the room to sharpen the mind. This means designated periods of absolute quiet, not just no loud noise, but no sound input. Try this first thing tomorrow morning. Instead of turning on the news, grab a warm mug of water or tea. Sit absolutely still. Watch the light change. Listen to the silence. This silent morning ritual is crucial. It allows your brain to transition gently from sleep state to awake state without the shock of information overload. This single habit stabilizes your mood for the entire day and dramatically reduces the likelihood of that afternoon crash. Darklicht, sound plus light. Peace formula. The external world is governed by two major inputs, light and sound. We can manipulate these for emotional stability. Light. As we age, our eyes require more light, but our circadian rhythm, the internal clock governing sleep and mood, becomes more sensitive to blue light, especially in the evening. In the morning, maximum light exposure is your friend. Get near a window. Full bright light within 30 minutes of waking sets the cortisol curve correctly, providing clean, steady energy. In the evening, the opposite is true. We are aiming for the silent room and the golden glow. Use low-intensity, amber-tone lighting. No overhead LEDs. Seriously. Turn off screens or put on blue light blocking glasses 2 hours before bed. This simple lighting shift signals safety and relaxation to your nervous system, better than any expensive supplement. Sound. This is where the Japanese ritual comes in. Though it's been adapted globally, it's called kanso, or simplicity, often applied to sensory management. For sound, it means actively choosing input, instead of letting input choose you. Instead of background TV noise, choose focused silence, or very specific, low-key, instrumental sound, like natural sounds, rain, soft waves, or a specific frequency designed for calm. The key is that the sound must not require parsing, understanding words, or complex melodies. Try this. For 30 minutes in the late afternoon, dedicate your anti-anxiety corner to focused tea time. The best focus ritual has no phone, no news, no tasks, just you, the warmth of the mug, and the sound of silence. This microdose of mental vacation is how you recharge clarity and reclaim your presence. It's mandatory mental hygiene. Sleep, memory, and the evening reset. People 60 plus often struggle with fragmented sleep, which severely impacts mood and memory consolidation. While medication might manage the symptom, we need to address the root cause, an over-revved, stressed-out nervous system heading into the dark. Your pre-bed routine should be dedicated to telling your body, we are safe now. The work is done. This safety cue starts with the breath. Before you even get into bed, sit on the edge of the mattress and anchor your mind. The 4-7-8 breath is the single most powerful, cost-free, immediate anxiety reducer you have. 1. Exhale completely through the mouth, making a whoosh sound. 2. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through the nose for a count of 4. 3. Hold the breath for a count of 7. 4. Exhale completely through the mouth, making a whoosh sound for a count of 8. Do this just 4 times, 4 cycles. The extended exhale, the 8 count, is the direct signal to your parasympathetic nervous system, the brake pedal, to engage. It physically forces you to slow down the relentless chatter of the mind. Now let's talk about a surprising evening routine. Fruit before bed for calm dreams. Forget the old advice about avoiding all food late at night. The goal here is gentle blood sugar stabilization and magnesium intake. A small handful of almonds and a small serving of fruit, like a few cherries or a small banana, can prevent nocturnal hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, which is a common, though often overlooked, cause of waking up at 3 a.m. with a jolt of anxiety. The slight energy demand keeps the system steady, and certain fruits are rich in naturally occurring melatonin. This small snack is a tool for smooth transition, not caloric intake. The silent room is vital for sleep. Check the temperature. Cooler is always better for deep sleep. Check for light leaks. Even the small charging light on a phone can disrupt sleep cycles. Your bedroom must be a cognitive vacuum. No TV, no charging phone next to your head, and definitely no work-related materials. Bedroom equals rest and intimacy. Nothing else. Memory consolidation, the process of turning the day's learning into long-term memory, happens primarily during deep sleep. If you are sleeping poorly, you are actively eroding your ability to recall and retain new information. Stabilize the environment. Stabilize the breath. Stabilize the sleep. Everything else follows. WhatsApp. Daily mental hygiene. Anchor. Habits. Anxiety thrives in uncertainty. Structure is the antidote. We don't need a military schedule, but we do need anchor habits. Small, repeatable actions that ground us in the present moment, reduce anxiety, stabilize mood, and prevent cognitive drift. Anchor 1. Morning light and warm tea. Already covered the light, but let's talk ritual. Your tea time is not about checking email. It is a moment of intense presence. Smell the tea. Feel the warmth of the mug. Notice the steam. This 3-minute sensory anchor forces the brain out of ruminating on the future or regretting the past. You are here, now. Anchor 2. Micro movement and posture check. We spend too much time seated, often hunched over. This posture restricts breath, which, ironically, signals mild threat to the nervous system. Every hour, stand up and perform 2 simple actions. 1. Shoulder rolls. Big slow circles backwards 3 times and forwards 3 times. Release the tension that settles in the neck and shoulders. 2. Gaze lift. Look up at the ceiling briefly, then consciously roll your shoulders back and down, opening the chest. Take 1 deep breath into this open posture. This is an exercise. It's a postural reset. It opens the breath path and reminds your body of alignment and safety. Decrypt this down to food for focus. Clarity foods. You don't need exotic supplements. You need clean, consistent fuel that keeps your blood sugar stable, feeding your brain reliable energy. Clarity foods, and what to skip. Skip refined sugars and large refined carbohydrate loads, like big bowls of pasta or processed baked goods, especially during the day. Why? They trigger a massive insulin spike, followed inevitably by a sharp crash. That afternoon sugar crash isn't just physical fatigue. It's cognitive fog, irritability, and decreased emotional resilience. Forget the afternoon sugar crash. Swap the biscuit for nuts. Seriously. Your brain runs on steady glucose, but it's also composed mostly of fat. It needs good, clean, structural fats to maintain cell integrity and speed up communication. Do not refrigerate these if you want brain energy. Healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, and nuts and seeds should be staples. We often refrigerate things we shouldn't, but this hook is about storage of energy within the brain itself. The brain stores energy through fats. Keep your pantry stocked with walnuts, almonds, and quality olive oil. These are clarity foods. They offer fiber, steady protein, and essential fatty acids, creating sustained focus without the crash. Hydration is fundamental. Chronic mild dehydration causes measurable cognitive slowing. Keep a glass or bottle of water visible always. When you sit down, put water within reach. Aim for small, frequent sips throughout the day, rather than chugging large amounts all at once. Darpwitz, JDA movement for mind. Grounding. When anxiety hits, it feels like floating, unmoored, out of control. The immediate countermeasure is grounding through deliberate movement. We need slow movement, executed with focus. Forget intense gym sessions when you're stressed. The stress response, fight or flight, is already high. Adding high-intensity cardio often just reinforces the stress loop, even if it feels temporarily relieving. Instead, practice walking meditation to stop overthinking. This is simple. When you walk, whether it's around the block or just through the kitchen, focus entirely on 3 things. 1. The gaze. Look forward softly, not staring at anything specific. Let the world come into focus gently. 2. The foot. Feel the connection. Notice the heel strike, the roll through the arch, the push-off from the toes. 3. The sound. Notice the sound of your own steps or the quiet sound of nature. If a thought enters your mind, and it will, do not judge it. Just label it. Thinking. Then gently bring your focus back to the foot, the sound, the gaze. This trains your mind to interrupt the worry loop and return to the present physical reality. It's active, Emotional regulation. Chair rituals. We spend so much time sitting. Make it work for you. Sit with awareness. Correct your posture. Feet flat on the floor. Grounding. Notice the weight of your body in the chair. This is a moment of quiet strength. Push gently through your feet as if you were about to stand. Hold for 3 seconds and relax. This micro-tension moment-release cycle reinforces presence and reduces fidgeting anxiety. Living alone and peaceful. Connection to self-autonomy means being strong and peaceful, even when alone. Anxiety often amplifies when we rely solely on internal dialogue, which can quickly turn into rumination, the dangerous cycle of worry spinning round and round without resolution. We need externalization. We need to interrupt the internal spinning. Talk to yourself like this, not in a critical or self-pitying way, but constructively. When a specific worry arrives, speak it out loud. Example: if you're worried about an upcoming appointment, don't just let the worry float vaguely inside. Say aloud, clearly, I am worried about the doctor's visit on Tuesday because I don't know what questions to ask. When you speak the worry aloud, you force it into linear, logical language. The ambiguity, which is the fuel of anxiety, is immediately stripped away. It becomes a problem you can analyze, not an emotion that paralyzes you. This is better than journaling. This 3-min reset. Journaling is excellent, but if you're overwhelmed, just 3 minutes of speaking thoughts aloud to an empty room can reorganize them instantly. You hear your own voice, articulating the solution or the necessary next step. You become the listener and the advisor simultaneously. Another essential habit for self-connection: eye contact with the self. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds every day, not to check your appearance, but to meet your own gaze. Acknowledge yourself. Smile gently. You are validating your own presence. This builds quiet resilience and self-trust. The 10-minute calming ritual. Reclaiming presence. When you feel the friction rising, the mind chatter accelerating, the heart rate picking up, stop everything. This ritual is designed to halt the anxiety spiral and restore immediate balance. Find your anti-anxiety corner. Step 1. The scent cue. 1 minute. Choose a calming scent. A small drop of rosemary or peppermint oil rubbed between your palms, or a hot mug of mint tea. Bring your hands close to your face. Take 3 deep, slow breaths, inhaling the aroma. The powerful link between scent and memory bypasses the analytical brain and triggers immediate emotional grounding. Feel the cool air entering the nose, the sharpness of the scent. Step 2. Posture and release. 3 minutes. Sit upright, feet flat on the floor, hands resting open in your lap. Tilt your head forward, chin to chest. Slowly roll your head to the right shoulder. Hold the stretch, then roll back through the center, then to the left shoulder. Move only your head. Feel the tension draining from your neck. Next, focus on your shoulders. Inhale deeply, shrugging your shoulders up to your ears, tightening every muscle in your back and neck. Hold the tension for 3 seconds. Exhale forcefully through your mouth, letting the shoulders drop completely. Repeat 3 times. This tension and release cycle physically sheds stress. Step 3. The steady breath. 5 minutes. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Return to the 4 to 7 or 8 breathing pattern. 4 in, hold 7, 8 out. Do not count the seconds mentally. Use your inner rhythm. Focus solely on the sensation of the breath passing the back of your throat. If thoughts intrude, simply acknowledge them and return to the count. The goal is to feel the weight of your body settling, grounding you in the chair. Mental benefit. You are building distance between yourself and your thoughts. You are the observer, not the victim. Step 4. The focus phrase. For 1 minute. Open your eyes. Silently, repeat a simple phrase that reinforces safety and autonomy. Choose one. I am here. I am safe. I am calm. I have what I need right now. I choose clarity. Repeat this phrase slowly, 5 times. Let the words resonate. This anchors the physical calm you just created into a mental affirmation of strength. You have just achieved deep reset in 10 minutes. Jam it. A note on safety and autonomy. Always respect your limits. Stop if any movement or breathing technique feels uncomfortable or increases dizziness. These routines are gentle, designed to support your natural well-being, but adapt them as needed. If you are currently dealing with significant medical or psychological conditions, anxiety disorders, or are taking medication, you must consult your primary professional before making dramatic lifestyle changes. These practices are designed to enhance your care, not replace it. You have the power to create this balance. You don't need external validation or complicated processes. Your autonomy is rooted in your daily choices. The light, the silence, the breath, the awareness of what you consume. We are proving that aging with balance, presence, and independence doesn't require sacrifice or complexity. It requires intention and consistent, simple mental hygiene. Dear considerers, your challenge today. Start small, start now. With 1. Clarity swap. Choose one item of complexity or junk food to swap out. Maybe you swap that sugary afternoon snack for a handful of walnuts and water. Or maybe you eliminate the TV as background noise for 2 hours this evening. 2. 10-minute action. Commit to the 10-minute calming ritual outlined above, ideally before dinner or right before bed tonight. Find your clear corner. Breathe. Tell me which simple habit you're implementing today and what aspect of anti-anxiety hygiene you want to tackle next, e.g., more on movement, better hydration routines, specific anti-inflammatory foods. Take control of the quiet. It's yours.